a lot of songs on these albums.
Yes.
On this album, rather. There's a lot of thick, a lot of layering. It is a little repetitive, but it does work. It's a little funky in a way. It's not a complete duplicate of the first song. It has a different pace to it. But I don't know. I like the layering. I like the way it works. There is a lot of keyboards on this album, but it does not overshadow the guitar either. There's a decent balance on a lot of these songs.
Yeah.
And on no one in particular.
Right. Absolutely. The third song, East of Paradise, this is sort of acoustic guitar-driven song. And here's a clip. Very haunting, this song. This is a very intriguing song. There's a lot of wild vocal melodies here. It kind of stays at one level. It really doesn't kind of go any crazy direction, but it is sort of a haunting, sort of acoustic balladly type of song, which is sort of an interesting interlude. Not like fantastic, but it's certainly intriguing. What do you think of this one?
I think it is fantastic.
Yeah,
actually.
You like it, huh?
Okay. Yeah, I do. Now, was this on the EP?
Yes, I'm sorry. I meant to note that. Yes, it's on the EP. Absolutely.
Okay, right. So another reason why I was looking forward to the album. Haunting is spot on in terms of describing the song.
Sure.
Really like it. I think he uses the haunting effect. It's not like spooky haunting, but the way he sings and the way he's got the keyboards laid, like it really works well. But it does have a driving beat. It's not too slow. I think the song works really well, and it's definitely one of the better songs on the album.
Yeah, it's definitely a good one, and that is on the EP for sure. Fourth song, Thanks for Nothing. Here's a clip.
Anything I forgot, anything I forgot, anything I forgot, forgot to mention, thanks for nothing.
I love this song. This might be my favorite song on the album. I can't help but think that this is sort of a message to Eddie Van Halen. Oh my God. If you think of the lyrics, it's almost like a little bit of Gary's frustration with the Van Halen situation. I don't know if that's true. I can't say if that's just my own stupid interpretation. But I like this song. This one has real bite to it, and it has an energy that's very similar to Waiting for the Punchline. It has that sort of like driving, thanks for nothing. Like it's got that sort of bite and strong edginess to it. And I love this song, and I thought when they played this live, they really sounded fantastic. They have a live video for this song that's in black and white that I really, really like, that showed them on that very short club tour that they did. I don't know if this was the single from the album. It could have been, Dave. I'm not 100% sure. But this was a great track. Probably the most relatable track, I would say, out of all the songs on the album in terms of for the rock fans, for the Van Halen fans. But this is a good one. What do you think of Thanks for Nothing?
I agree that it's the most relatable song and the most accessible song for if you're an Extreme fan or a Van Halen fan. The song rocks, lots of guitars. It's a very angry song.
Oh, yeah.
And it's interesting that you say, well, perhaps this is a song for Eddie Van Halen, because I think this is a song he borrowed from Eddie Van Halen. Because if you listen to the opening guitar riff of Thanks for Nothing, and then you listen to the opening guitar riff of Learning to See, I think there are some similarities there. Could be coincidental, maybe not. I'm not so smart that I'm the first person to bring this up, but it's pretty close. That's all I'm saying.
And Learning to See came out just a couple years after that. So here's a clip of Thanks for Nothing. Now here's a clip of Learning to See. Wow. Well, I can understand you're drawing that conclusion. That's certainly interesting for sure. And we're moving on to track number 5, which is Celibate, and here's a clip. I love the music here, but I think the electronica here kind of works, but the song lyrics are a little blah, and the melody's sort of like, just sort of okay. There's like good parts here, but it's not 100%. What do you think of Celibate, Dave?
Yeah, like this is a song like I had to go back to, and I'm like, how does it go again? And maybe it's because like he doesn't have a chorus in there.
Right.
Like, thank for nothing. Like he'll say 100 times,
yeah.
Or no one.
Right.
But like Celibate, there's no chorus.
Right.
It's
something to hang your hat on, yeah.
Right. The song is typical for this album. Guitars, layered keyboards, decent, not bad. It's a typical song for the album.
Absolutely. Now, you want to talk about trippy. We're getting to Ambiguous Headdress. This song is overloaded with electronics, and here's a clip. I like Gary's vocal parts here when he gets kind of aggressive. I like that part, but this is some trippy shit. I'm not going to lie to you, hence the title. It's a little bit of a hodgepodge mess here with the electronics. What do you think of this one?
I feel like I should be floating in a cloud when listening to this song.
Yeah, I know.
That's the kind of vibe it gives. So it is a little different than some of the other songs on this album. Within the musical palette that he's painting various paintings with on this album. Did I say paintings like 3 times in a row? I might have. But anyway.
Time that stands the test of time.
This is like a fluffy white cloud. Nice clouds. Or, who was the guy who used to paint happy trees all the time?
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. These are, I wouldn't say they're happy clouds. They're thinking clouds is what this song is. So,
okay.
Anyway, it's an interesting musical turn he takes with this song.
Sure, absolutely. Now, In My Dreams, this is another song from the EP, the original EP. This is a very vibey track. It's kind of cool. It's very digestible. And here's a clip. I kind of like this one. Another sort of like interlude song. This is not like a real standout, but sort of curious. What do you think of this one?
Well, after the last one, which was kind of like just like a consistent sound palette where you're floating, this one gets you back with more of a driving drum beat. And he's driving home the point, in my dreams, repeating with the chorus. So it's a little more headspacey and more of like an East of Paradise. Well, East of Paradise starts off with like a mood, but this one kind of a little more down to earth after the cloudiness of the last one.
Sure. The next one, 2+2, this is bizarre. This is not a song. This is a little girl, Kayla Cody, who's noted as the she-devil. She's doing some little kitty lyrical rhyme, and here's a clip.
What would you do if 2+2 didn't matter no more, whether it were 4? And if you told me it could be 3, and I asked why, then why not 5?
Which is all cutesy and fine, but I don't know what that has to do with the whole album. Do you have any idea, Dave?
No, I just thought it was like an introduction to the next song.
I know, but it doesn't even connect. I mean, that's what's weird.
I just think it's, again,
it's getting.
I think it's an artiste statement to do something.
Yeah, and as time goes on with the album, it gets trippier and trippier at this point. So we're on to Suspension of Disbelief, and here's a clip.
I would never question your
This is actually a good one. It's got a thick groove to it. It really has Cherone getting into his actory vocals. He's very theatrical in this song. I like this song. It's very entertaining. I love the vibe of it for sure. But what do you think of Suspension of Disbelief?
This is when we get to the dance part of the album.
Okay.
Although, Left for Dead, you can make an argument that that's there. I don't want to say it has a disco beat because that's not quite true.
Right.
But you could totally dance to this song. I mean, hats off to Mike Mangini, who's a phenomenal drummer.
Oh, my God.
And is keeping up with all these ideas that Gary is throwing down. But I think this is like when you can actually start dancing to the album. And I'm sure Gary, if he's listening to this right now, is like, but I spent so much time on the lyrics, and like I'm not even talking about them, and I apologize, Gary. I'm more of a music person, not a lyric person. Sorry.
That's for sure. And he worked very hard on characterizing his vocals, almost like sometimes you didn't even know it was him. It was bizarre. He was so different sounding. When we get to My Utopia, this is a song off the EP, and here's a clip. Now, at this point, the record's getting a little samey-same. This sounds like the band Prodigy, with the electronica just takes over here, and it's layering of vocal effects. This one kind of made my head spin. This one was a little like, okay, all right, this is enough of this. And this got really, really out there. What did you think of My Utopia?
Thank you for using the term electronica, because that's one of the words I was groping for before. I feel like, we should be in a warehouse somewhere.
Right.
With
tripping on Molly.
Yeah, tripping on something that somebody handed me that I don't know what it is.
Right.
While dancing to My Utopia.
Right.
So that's totally the kind of vibe I get. Again, we're at the dance part of the album. So
yeah.
I guess My Utopia is a dance hall in a warehouse. So
that is crazy.
What can I tell you?
Now, the 11th song is much like Sammy's. It ends with the title track, Exit Elvis. And here's a clip. Wow, is this an opus? Oh my God, this song comes out of nowhere. It sounds completely out of character for the rest of the album. It starts off like a George Michael song, like Kissin' a Fool. It's got like a violin and some piano, and then it starts getting heavy about 1 minute and 42 seconds, and it switches back to piano, then it throws in female background vocalists, and clearly Cherone is going for some big epic track, and then about 3 minutes and 40 seconds starts opening up with some killer guitar riffs from Leo Malice, and then it goes back to piano with violin with the background female vocals, and I don't know if he's trying for some crazy trippy Queen type of vibe here. I'm not really sure, but I have to say it's interesting for sure. It's colorful, but it is everything in the kitchen sink, this song. What do you think of this one? I
was going to say one word: Queen.
Yeah.
This is a Queen influenced song.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Is, at least two different songs going on in the same song. That's what this